Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your early morning stretch. My name is Adrian, and today we'll be doing a little bit of everything when it comes to mobility, but you will need a foam roller. You'll need a peanut if you have it, and then a tennis ball or a hockey ball or just some kind of single ball. Let's warm up with the foam roller. We'll get started on the glutes. So here we're going to have a seat. We're going to cross one leg over the other. Then from here, our goal is to place one ankle on one knee and just slowly roll back and forth right along that glute. Think slow, easy motions. We're going to be here for about a minute and really take our time just slowly digging in. Think slow, deep breaths. Now you can change the angle of your knee if you want. You can aim a little higher or a little lower, kind of work into any angle of the glute, whatever works for you. Take slow, deep breaths. About 30 seconds here. We'll use a roller to warm up our glutes, our thighs, our calves, and we'll do some static stretching regarding those muscles. Of course, if there are any requests or anything you want to do in particular, feel free to just yell it out or put it in the chat. I'll be sure to check in if you want a particular muscle group rolled or stretched. Just let me know. And 3, 2, and 1, other side. So here, so roll the roller to the other side. Have the seat, cross one ankle on top of the other, and roll back and forth. And the goal is to target the entire glute as best you can. Just really work into any kind of tension in the hip, or if you feel a particularly sore spot, feel free to just really dig in. You can also just simply sit on a sore spot. You don't have to move back and forth. Listen to your body, do whatever works for you. Got about 30 seconds left. About 10 seconds, 10. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do the quads. We're going to start above our knee, warming up our legs, getting all that blood flow. We're going to be on the quads for a little longer, closer to 2 minutes. We have a few options. We're going to start above our knee. We can go with our toes turned out, our toes turned in, or our toes neutral. So here, going onto our elbows, we can turn our toes out, get a little more of the inner thigh. We can lift and turn our toes in, get a little more of the outer thigh, or just keep our toes neutral and roll right along our quads. We're here for about another 2 minutes. We're going to be for quite a while, just to really get all the tension in our quads. If you want, you can also do each one at a time. We can do each one for a minute. Feel free to do so as well. With the quads, avoid any quick movements. You want to avoid rolling back and forth quickly. You want to really take your time. Slowly roll up, slowly roll down. And you want to stick to just above the knee to just below the pelvis. If you want to kind of just rest in a particular spot, that's fine too. All right, 30 more seconds, almost there. 15 seconds. Deep breath. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. From here, coming up, we're going to roll the inner thigh now. So we're actually going to take the roller. We're going to place it parallel to the mat. We're going to stick one knee out, and we're going to roll the inner thigh. So that looks like roller parallel to the mat. We're going to place one knee on the roller. We're going to work the inner quad. We want to place our ankle on the outside of the roller as well. So my knee is outside the roller. My ankle is outside the roller. I'm avoiding any tucking in. My ankle is out, and I'm also going to keep my hips turned towards the ground as I roll back and forth right along the groin. And of course, if any requests or if you need any modifications, please let me know. I'm more than happy to assist. And of course, if you want to join me on camera with the rolling together, that's fine too. But if not, that's okay. Things slow, deep movements. When you find a hold in a particular spot and really sink in, that's fine too. About 30 or so seconds left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So here you can hold it on a single spot, or you can work back and forth right along the inner thigh. And of course, if any requests or any particular body part you want to do, let me know. We're going to do a little bit of lower body with the rolling first, a little bit of upper body stretching, and we'll get into the deep rolling in the back. So once again, the knee is up. The ankle is also in front of the roller. Avoid tucking the ankle inside. You're going to work back and forth, or you can hold it in a particular spot, either by the groin, by the knee, or anywhere you're particularly tight. Excellent. About 35 seconds left. Think slow, deep work. Ten seconds. 10, 9, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. From here, we're going to actually work our calves. We're going to place either one or both calves on the roller. For me, I'm going to do one at a time and gently, because my calves are pretty tight. But you can do whatever works for you. So I'm going to show you both. And I'm going to show you one at a time, and I'm going to stick to one at a time. So both feet on the roller, you lift ourselves up and roll back and forth like so, with our hips supported. You also do the same thing with your legs crossed and just one leg at a time with yourself suspended. Or like me, you can just simply rest one calf on there. Stick your leg on top just to add some weight and slowly and deeply massage to your calves. You can choose whatever variation works for you. For me, my calves are plenty tight. And so I stick to the most gentle version. Because the goal of this is not pain, despite what some people may believe. The goal isn't to put yourself in as much pain as possible. The goal is to feel a release. And so if it's too painful, that prevents you from actually being able to relax enough and get a good release. We have about 40 seconds here, and we're going to switch sides. But of course, if you're doing both the whole time, you want to go for a full 2 minutes rolling both, feel free to do so. and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. If you're switching, if you've been doing both the whole time, keep doing both. Taking slow, deep breaths, no matter what form you're doing. I got about 20 seconds left here. So you're taking your time and just slowly releasing and massaging through any kind of tension. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Here we're going to take the roller. We're going to go for a upper body stretch. We're going to align our tailbone, our shoulders, and our head with the roller. If you don't have a long roller, you only have a short roller, stick to your head and your shoulder blades. Sorry. Stick to your head and shoulder blades just along the roller if you only have a half. It's good. Double check for any requests or any interaction. Nope, none yet. All right. So lying face up, aligning your head, tailbone, and shoulders on the roller. And we're going to go for some snow angels. So here we go. Lying face up. Thing palms extended, arms out, and we're just slowly going to work our way up and down. Palms face up. You're trying to externally rotate your thumbs. Even turn your thumbs back a little bit to make sure your palms aren't facing on the ground. Palms face up as we slowly roll back and forth. We're going to be here for another minute, so really take your time, just sink in. We're going to breathe slowly the whole time. All right, almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to roll our upper and middle back. So here we're going to turn the roller sideways. We're going to come down to the ground. We're going to turn the roller sideways. We're going to hug ourselves. We can either hug ourselves across our chest or behind our head. Either one's a-okay. So here, place the roll on the mid-back. You're hugging yourself like so, or you can hold your own head up and work back and forth right along your upper to middle back, digging through any kind of tension. So should we be doing our other classes or any kind of extra video content like our Move in May challenge? That's our plug. Feel free to join that as well. If you're doing extra videos, it's always good to just do a little bit extra stretching and rolling as best you can. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna take a break from the roller. Of course, any requests, feel free to put them in the chat, but if not, we're gonna do some good mobility. I'm gonna start using the wall for a couple of these. So all you'll need is a wall or some kind of structure. We're gonna do a bunch of upper body stretches. So here we're gonna start with the biceps, what that looks like. We put our palm flat against the wall with our fingertips pointing towards the sky. We're gonna turn away and then drop our hips down to feel a nice stretch across the biceps, a little bit in the shoulder as well. If you're unsure, if you need better instructions, let me know. Feel free to interact in the chat or just say it out loud. With fingertips up, dropping our hips down, feeling a nice stretch in the bicep and a little bit in the shoulder. We're gonna hold this one for about 25 more seconds. I'm gonna stretch a bunch of the upper body muscles. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off, other side. Palm against the wall, fingertips up in the air, turning away from our shoulder first, and dropping your whole body to get a decent stretch in the biceps. And again, if you're not sure, please let me know. I can't tell how you're stretching because no one else is on camera, but if you need help, please let me know. I'm happy to provide additional cues. We're almost there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Now we're gonna go for the shoulder and then the pec on the same side. So you're gonna start with the arm extended, stretch there for about 30, 35 seconds, and go for the pec for another 40 seconds. So palm against the wall, shoulders low. Try and turn away as much as you can. Feeling a nice stretch in your shoulder. Try to turn your torso away from your shoulder. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going for that pecs, up nice and high, leaning forwards, going for a nice stretch right along your shoulder. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So going for that shoulder stretch. Palms extended, shoulders low. Trying to rotate away from our shoulder as best we can. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now for the pecs. Elbows are nice and high. Lunging forward. Try to rotate away from our elbows best we can. About 40 seconds here. Ten seconds. Okay, shaking off. Now since we did our biceps and our chest and pecs, now we're gonna do the back of our arms or the triceps. We have a few options. We can simply just grab one arm above and pull in, or if we wanna use the wall for assistance, we can actually dig our elbow into the wall, like so. Put the hand behind our head and try to stick your armpit towards the wall, trying to get a deep stretch right along your tricep. So either just holding it above like so, or trying to use the wall for extra leverage. Either one is a-okay. Trying to go for that deep tricep stretch. About 25 more seconds here. And of course, if there's any particular area you want to work on, please let me know. I'm more than happy to assist. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Elbows are nice and high, or you can just go for the regular stretch by pulling your elbow over your head with your other arm. Either one is a-okay, whatever tricep stretch works for you. About 15 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it off. All right, let's do some upper back mobility with the ball. So we're gonna take that ball if we have lying around. I'm actually gonna quickly check any requests. Nope, none. All right. Should I keep on going then? We're gonna take that ball. I'm using a hockey ball, but you can use a tennis ball, golf ball, lacrosse ball, whatever you have lying around. So here I'm gonna lie face up. I'm gonna work into my upper back. My goal is to place the ball between my spine and my shoulder blade. Make sure it's not actually on your shoulder blade or on your spine. You want it in that soft area in between. So I'm gonna place this actually on a towel. Okay. From here, I'm gonna hug myself as best I can. I'm gonna cross my arms across my body. Then from here, I'm gonna work the ball right into in between my spine and my shoulder blades. So I'm gonna take the ball, I'm gonna work it right in there. Now, if you want, you can also do this against the wall. All you gotta do is simply squat up and down to move the ball. For me, I take more of a passive approach. I'm happy just to let the ball sink into a particularly tight spot and just use my breath to let the ball slowly work its way deeper into my muscle. But everyone's different. Do whatever works for you. So we're gonna be here for about 45 or 50 more seconds, just really digging in right into any tight spot in your posture, working to our upper back. And after this, we'll do the upper traps, just do more of a back release because that was requested earlier. And of course, for those who are live, if you have any other requests, feel free to put them in the chat. That way I can get to them. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go for the other side. So moving it over a couple inches, hugging ourselves the best we can, and just working into any kind of tension in between our spine and our shoulder blade. About 25 more seconds, just really digging in to any kind of tension. And 3, 2, 1. Releasing. Excellent. Now we're going to do the upper trap. So what that looks like, we're going to place the ball right behind our collarbone amongst that whole upper muscle group that's right beside our neck. So if you can find your collarbone first, reach behind it, grab that muscle there. That's your upper trap. We're going to place the ball just behind it to the point of where it's actually pushing that upper trap up a little bit. And from there, we're going to go for some nice, easy range of motion work with that same arm. So for me, I'm going to place the ball under my left side or my left upper trap. And again, the ball is not behind my neck. My throat is right here. The ball is actually a couple of inches away. It's only pushing up this upper back muscle or upper trap, if you know your anatomy. And from there, once the ball is placed, we're just going to slowly massage up and down. Now, the key part here is you're not going to make any fast movements. You're also not going to force any movements. You're going to take your time and just slowly let that sit back and slowly bring it forward. You can also do a couple other movements. You can draw some circles. You can also easily go side to side. You can draw some crescents, some half circles, or kind of do like a spiral. That's fine too. You can move in diagonals. Doesn't really matter. Again, the key part here is just to focus on range of motion. If you want to just stick to a particular spot and let it hang, that's fine too. We're going to be here for at least another 40 seconds or so, just letting that slowly sink in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching 5. About 40 seconds here, just let that sink in. Of course, if you want to move into a particularly different spot, feel free to do so. Just slowly working back and forth through any kind of tension in our upper trap and neck. Think slow, deliberate movements. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. From here, we're actually going to do a little bit back of lower body releasing. We're going to do a little bit of a knee release. So what I want you to do, I'm going to show you closer to the camera. I'm going to take that same ball. We're going to find our kneecap. Once we found our kneecap, I want you to take the ball and place it above. So this is my kneecap right here. The ball is above it, not on top, but above it in my quad. It's in my muscle. My goal here is going to bend and extend my knee while lying face down. So I'm going to just work through any kind of tension in our quads. If you've been doing a lot of squats, lunges, all those kinds of movements, it's good to release the quads a little differently than just on the roller. So lying face down, just slowly working back and forth. Think slow movements. Now, if you don't have a counting, you can try going 5 up or 5 down, or you can just kind of feel it out and really take your time. That's fine too. We're going to be here for about 50 more seconds. Just taking our time, slowly releasing. Couple seconds up. Couple seconds down. and 3, 2, 1. Slowly releasing. All right. Here, other side. Same position, just above the knee, hips down towards the floor, and a couple seconds in, a couple seconds out. About 30 more seconds, just really working through any kind of tension right along our quad. Couple seconds up, couple seconds down. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, from here, just do a little more of an upper body stretch. Sort of work through the neck and a little bit of the rotator cuff. So here, I want you to take your thumbs, give yourself a double thumbs up. You've been doing a great job so far. And then from here, dropping your shoulders, trying to turn those thumbs backwards and go for a deep stretch. We're trying to feel it right in a little bit in our rotator cuff, a little bit in our shoulder. If you need assistance for this one, which you can do, so you can actually use a wall. And same position, take your double thumbs up, turn them back, and actually use the wall as a way to enhance that stretch. You can put your hands wider and press your chest into the wall. Or you can just do one at a time where you rotate like this. So one arm at a time. And then once your thumb is against the wall, you're trying to rotate forwards. So your thumb, so your body, sorry, either your arm goes backwards or your body goes forwards to increase this angle. I'm gonna go for just a little bit of extra rotation. For me, I feel it enough just rotating back using my muscles. But if you don't feel that, feel free to use the wall, whatever you need. About 20 more seconds. I've been doing one the whole time, switch sides. I'm just trying to rotate back, trying to get that external rotation as much as I can. Trying to really put my thumbs backwards and actively rotating backwards as much as I can. About 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go for a forearm stretch. These are a little different than what you may be used to. We have two options. We can either do like a prayer pose like this and try to drop our wrists down and keep our elbows up. So feeling a stretch across our forearms right here. And that's the easier version. If you want the more aggressive version, you can also simply bring your fingertips behind you, bring your palms forward, and then from here, actually press your wrists into the ground, and then work your way backwards. Try to go for a much deeper stretch right along the forearm. So I'll show you from the side. So two options. Again, don't try to force yourself into the other one. We're basically trying to turn our hands backwards and lean back, feeling a deep stretch right across the front of our forearms. Now, if that's too aggressive, and again, don't force yourself. Prayer pose is good. Dropping the wrist down, keeping those elbows nice and high. Trying to go for a nice, easier, gentle stretch. About 10 more seconds of whatever you can muster. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shaking it off. Now going for the top of our forearms. This one you can go back to that prayer pose, except this time your palms are down, your wrists are together, and from here we're now trying to drop our elbows and bring our wrists up. So basically we're starting from here, back of our palms together, dropping our elbows, trying to bring our wrists up, feeling a stretch across the top of the forearms. These are more the office stretches. And if you got a lot of typing ahead of you, it's good to release the forearms too. Good. About 10 seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then last 2 stretches, we're going to go for one side each of the neck and then doing a middle of the neck stretch. So here, one arm behind our back. For me, my left arm is behind my right. My head's going to tilt to the right as well. I'm trying to go for a deep stretch across the side of my neck. I'm going to hold this one for about 30 more seconds. It's really sinking in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. Head over, tilted. My right hand is behind my back. My head is tilted towards my left. I'm going to go for a nice stretch across the side of my neck. In 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now both hands behind our back, and we're going to stretch the middle of our neck. By that, I mean we're going to place both hands. We're going to tilt our chin to the sky. And if we want, here we can even do some open jaw movements. Just try to stretch a nice stretch from the collarbones all the way down the middle of our neck. About 20 seconds here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching this later on YouTube. I appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful day.